a horror movie. It's not fiction. It happened in a real house in the middle of Indiana. A 16-year-old girl was locked in a basement, burned, starved, tortured by the woman who was supposed to protect her. And the worst part? Other children helped do it. Her name was Sylvia Likens. And this is the story America tried to forget. Sylvia Marie Likens was born into a struggling, working-class family in Indiana. Her parents, carnival workers, were constantly on the move, so Sylvia and her sister, Jenny, often stayed with relatives or family friends while their parents tried to make ends meet. In July 1965, Sylvia and Jenny were left in the care of a woman named Gertrude Banishevsky. Gertrude had 7 kids of her own. She was thin, poor, sickly, and behind closed doors, deeply unstable. Sylvia's parents gave Gertrude $20 a week for their daughter's care. But when payments came late, the horror began. At first, it was just yelling, then slaps, then it escalated. Gertrude accused Sylvia of stealing, of lying, of being a bad girl. She burned her with cigarettes. She beat her with paddles. She locked her in the damp, dark basement. No bed, no light, no food. And it didn't stop there. Gertrude's own children joined in. They stubbled cigarettes out on Sylvia's skin. They kicked her. They laughed while doing it. But what truly shocks the soul is this. Other neighborhood kids came into that house. And they also tortured Sylvia. They carved words into her body with hot metal. They urinated on her. They made her eat her own waste. This wasn't just abuse. It was a slow, organized execution. Where were the adults? Where were the neighbors? Some heard screams. Some saw bruises. No one said a word. Sylvia's body was shutting down. She had open wounds. She couldn't speak properly. She couldn't walk anymore. She was covered in bruises, burns, and infections. Gertrude and the kids dragged her down to the basement again. They tied her up, naked, in the cold. She begged for water. They refused. Then came the final act of cruelty. Gertrude forced Sylvia to write a fake letter, one that claimed she had run away with a gang of boys who abused her. She could barely hold the pencil. October 26, 1965. Sylvia Likens died on that cold basement floor, alone, in pain, surrounded by people who laughed while she died. Jenny, her disabled younger sister, whispered to a neighbor, "If you tell anyone, I'll tell you everything." That whisper cracked the silence. Police were horrified when they found Sylvia's body, covered in burns, bite marks, mutilated beyond recognition. Gertrude Banishevsky was arrested, along with 4 of her own children, and 2 neighborhood boys. But in court, the defense tried to twist the narrative. She wanted attention. She made it up. She was a troubled girl. But the evidence spoke louder. A 16-year-old girl had been tortured for months, and no one stopped it. Gertrude was sentenced to life in prison, but was paroled after just 20 years. The Sylvia Likens case left a permanent scar on America. It exposed a horrifying truth. Sometimes, the worst monsters don't hide in shadows. They live next door. And the greatest evil is the silence of those who could have helped. Sylvia's grave reads, "Our darling daughter. She died a tragic death. May God bless her." But the real question is, where were we all while Sylvia was begging for help? If this story shook you, let us know in the comments. Do you think justice was served, or did the system fail Sylvia, just like it failed Gabriel? Subscribe to True Crime Chronicles because these stories matter, and they must be remembered.